Hi. Just eating a biscuit. You have to excuse me. The remains of my lunch, dinner, isn't it? Tea, whatever you want to call it, yeah. There's nobody here to watch me, so I can nibble away. Well, hello, Nathan. Hey. Numero uno tonight, Nathan. Hi to the other 6 people. Who are not saying anything. Oh, hi, Lisa. Hi, Sandra. Excuse me, nibbling my biscuit. Hi, Katie. Hello. How am I doing? I'm not doing too bad, Nathan. Not too bad. Been a beautiful day. Hi, Amanda. I've been out in the garden doing a bit of crocheting with my sun hat on because my head was getting hot and my glasses because I couldn't see anything. But apart from that, it's been a nice day. Last bit of the biscuit, so I won't be crunching anymore. Oh, goodness me. As soon as I start on here, all these things start coming up. Well, hello there. UK, let me think. Rob. The puppies are doing well, Lisa. They've been galloping around the garden. I've had to shout at them because they keep diving in the flower bed, which is not a good idea when we're trying to grow flowers and they keep flattening them. Glad I got it right, Rob. I'm not very good with names. I should have warned you about that. As everybody on here will let you know, I'm terrible with names. Oh dear. Let's have a see who we've got in. We've got 2 guys in so far. 10 out of 10. You should know I've got a lousy memory. So for it this week, I may not remember it next week. And I've got a time, oh no, sorry, a time lag. Still got me marbles, are you sure? Do you want to come and count them? Because I don't think they're there. I think I've got a few I've escaped out of the bag. I am terrible with names, absolutely awful with names. And it's people I know well, I mean, relatives, relations, people I should know, and I'm like, oh gosh. The other day I was going through my great-grandchildren and there's always one I forget. And it takes me about 5 minutes to remember her name. Hi, Kaz. How are you doing? Oh, you're very honoured. You're very honoured and all, Rob. You're very honoured indeed. I hope you feel honoured. Yeah. I wonder how Shad's doing. For those of you who don't know, Shad lost his dog. I mean, he was quite quite an elderly dog, but sadly it passed away. So he was a bit upset last week. So if he does come in, we'll all bear in mind that he might be still a little bit, yeah. Oh, you have to look up the wives. Yeah, I tried to forget my ex-husbands. Hi, June. I did see your picture on Facebook, Carol, that you accidentally bought some hooks. I've accidentally ordered some hooks as well, but they're not coming for a while because I've accidentally kind of lost my 4mm again. What do I do with 4mm hooks? Will you please tell me? I think somebody in this house eats my 4mm hooks because it's always the 4mm that go missing. I had to open another new one today because I couldn't find the others. Oh. Yeah, I've got coffee. I've got coffee as well, Rob, so we're all right. Started a new cardigan. This is the wool that Kelly hates because she says it smells like toilet freshener. I've had it in the shed a long time. It's ice and it's antibacterial, whatever it's called. Antibacterial fragrance. I must admit, she's kind of right. It does smell a bit like a toilet cleanser, but hey ho. We always have somebody to blame, don't we, Kaz? Yeah, yeah. I'm blaming whoever keeps losing my... Do you know, I must have about 6 of these. I like the ones with the handles, you see. I can't use the others. I had to use a 350 without a handle because I couldn't find the 350 with the handle. So that's another one I've had to order. So I had to use one without a handle, and I was really struggling with it. I had to do the ribby bits at the bottom on a 350. Well, it should have been a 3 actually, but I remember when I've done this pattern before in the past that it was very tight on the bottom rib. Oh, Rosie's being shouted. She has been a little angel today, Rosie. But as for Trixie, you would swear she was deaf. I think she's got selective hearing. When it's like, Trixie, get out of the flower bed. Trixie, get out the flower bed. Trixie just takes no notice whatsoever. With Rosie, you just go out. And she comes out, yeah. Hi, Ella. So considering... Oh, I'm still pulling it out. Oh, it has. It's fluffed up together, Kaz. It's absolutely welded together. I'm sorry I started to undo it. But it was all fluffed up anyway. I wouldn't have been able to use the cardigan. So I thought, oh, I'll undo it and my friend can make a couple of dog blankets for the dogs, yeah. Oh, is yours deaf, yeah? You think yours has got ADHD? I think ours has got, what is it called? Selective hearing. She can hear all right because if you go anywhere near a food bowl or you rustle any paper, nothing wrong with her hearing. Excuse me, nothing wrong with the hearing then. When you say, come here, or you say, don't do that, she suddenly goes very deaf. My son's shouting, I don't know where she's gone now. He's shouting, Trixie, Trixie. It's a wonder you can't hear him. She is definitely not listening. I still haven't got me raised planter put together yet, so I hope my plants are all right. But my son's been very busy all day doing his camper van, so I didn't like to interrupt him. Why have I got a big... Oh, I know. There was a knot, and I don't like crocheting past a knot, so I had to cut it off. Did they get any fish? No, I don't think they caught anything, to be quite truthful. I think they just do it for the pleasure. Somebody asked me if it was a competition. It might have been, actually. All along the seawall, there's like a little fish like that with a number. And apparently it relates to the position that people fish in. So to be fair to people, they can't select, which number they have. It's all done like with sort of like numbers out of a hat, yeah? So that they don't know where they're going to be fishing. So it might be a competition, I don't know. My son's going, Pepsi! She is obviously not doing as she's told. I find it so funny. No, it's not cold here today. It's been lovely. Been lovely. It went a bit chilly, sort of when the sun went in, but when the sun was out, blimey, it was burning the top of my head. Oh, you're back again, right? It was burning the top of my head. I had to put my sun hat on and my sunglasses. Yeah, well, they messed up the appointment at the eye clinic. They sent me an appointment for Preston. Oh, it's gone cold. As soon as the sun goes in, Kaz, I get cold, yeah. As soon as the sun goes in, yeah. No, they messed up my appointment for the eye place. Luckily, I noticed that they were sending me to Preston instead of Blackpool. So I rang up and I said, I'm not going to Preston. So they changed it. But no, I'm not going. I'm going to on Tuesday now. Yeah. They rearranged it and then they cancelled it. Oh, you know, it's just my surname must have cancelled next to it. Yeah. Because every operation, every procedure, everything I ever have done always gets cancelled. And I'd got up at 7 o'clock especially to get my shower and get ready, so I was a bit more peeved about that. Because I like my bed in the morning. I really do like my bed. Anything before 9 o'clock's an early morning to me, yeah. I get my best sleeping done. Manny had a weird dream last night. There were 3 men on a hill with rifles firing at me, and I was there with a little revolver firing back, which obviously was a bit of a waste of time because it wouldn't even reach them, would it? So why on earth I was firing at people on a hill, I don't know, because I'm not the violent type. I'm not the kind that wants to fire a gun or possesses a gun, yeah. I'm a sort of peaceful type. So why I was firing a gun at people, I don't know. It's amazing what you dream, isn't it, in your dreams? I was glad I woke up, really, because I was still alive when I woke up. Yeah, it was a bit like a fairground duck shoot because they were firing at me. Now, if they'd have been any good with a rifle, they would have got me, wouldn't they? But these bullets kept whizzing past me either side. Hiya, Jeannie. So quite what that dream was about, I don't know. They say all dreams have meanings, don't they? But quite what that one was about, I don't know. Dodging bullets? What was I dodging bullets for? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm supposed to be crocheting dark green. Oh, they missed me, Kaz. Supposed to be crocheting dark green to go with this dress. It's one of my new dresses. Do you like it? One of Shines, Shein, one of Shines, yeah. You're eating the pillow. I'm doing lemon to go with it. It's got lemon in it. Can you see? Lemon. So I'm making a lemon cardigan to go with it, yeah. I was very naughty. I bid on 3 bowls of wool yarn, if you're in America, on eBay, and I won them. They're like cakes, you know, to graded. So I'll show them you when they arrive, yeah. I bid quite low, and nobody else bid on them, so I got them. Sometimes I'm lucky that way. I put a low bid in and I thought, I won't get it. Somebody's bound to bid a lot more. It's like that when I bid on dresses. I put a bid in and then it goes up to something stupid, you know. So, yeah, gradient cakes, yeah. They have dresses that start about £2 or £3, and I think, well, put bid on them. And then they go to about £18, and I think, no. I buy these new ones from Shine for less than that. So I'm not paying, what, £17, £18 for a second-hand frock off eBay. How the heck? Sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes nobody bids them, and I might get them pretty cheap. But this week I haven't been successful with anything. Not that I'm worried, I've got enough dresses, but we all like something new, don't we? I've got a shed full of wool, but that doesn't stop me looking. I did have a look on ice yarns the other day, but by the time I'd put it into my basket and then I went to the checkout and I saw how much the postage was and the tax was, I just took it out again. It worked out to be about £2 a ball, and I could have bought something similar for less in the UK. So if it had been something spectacular and I could have bought it for a lot more in the UK, I might have thought about it. But I'm not paying 40 quid for some wool that would probably cost me less than 40 quid in the UK. Yeah. Mine isn't in the house, Kaz. I've got an excuse, it's in the shed. My son said to me yesterday, why have you got a load of wool in the cabinet? Just shows how observant he is, because I put it all there when I was doing the granny squares, when I was making things for the craft fair. I need to sort them out because they don't look very nice, all scrummed in the cabinet. But they were just, you don't have a she shed. That's what you need in your garden, a she shed. You can put the sheep in there as well, can't you? You know, the ones that you're going to get to cut down your grass. Oh, dear. How are you at building sheds, Rob? Kaz wants to know. She's looking for a handy man, one that can mow lawns, make sheds, and decorate for her. I'm waiting to get my raised bed made. I must admit, my son's been busy all day in his camper van, so I couldn't really ask him. Rob the builder. I can just imagine if you ever put a thing on, what's it called? Those online things that you look for love. She'd be putting on, not looking for love, just looking for a builder. What will you offer in return, Kaz? A home-cooked dinner every day? I'd never win anything with that because I can't cook that well. You've got a summer house full of bin bags and clothes. And Kaz, get it sorted. Get the clothes sent to the charity shop. They're open again now. I've got a rule here. If there's one comes in, one has to go out. So I've got 3 new dresses coming, so I've got to find 3 things to go out. Yeah. My wardrobe doesn't have elastic sides. You don't need a skip. Just take them bag by bag. Just take them a bag at a time. If you haven't got a car, put them in a wheelie. Borrow an old lady's wheelie thing and take them down the charity shop. Oh, you a chef? My son trained as a chef, funnily enough. He did 3 years at college to be a chef. And then when he finished his 3 years, he came in, put his knives down and said, right, that's it. Yeah. Hello, Granny D. Hello. How are you? Seen any squirrels lately? I don't see squirrels here. I used to always see squirrels when I lived in my other house, yeah. But now, my daughter-in-law's seen one squirrel since we've been here, but I keep getting a head pain. Right there. Yeah, so you buried your neighbour in the garden, Kaz. Oh, why do I keep getting a pain in my head? It keeps shooting up there. Right there. Put my finger on it. Ooh. I've got my glasses, so it can't be my eyesight. And I'm going to have it all checked up. You're a good girl. You don't bury any exes. All my exes are still alive. Except the ones who... Well, I do have high blood pressure. You're right there. I do take tablets for it, though. No, because I had my hair down this afternoon, Kaz, while it was drying in the sunshine, and I still was getting that pain. Right there. It's like a nerve pain. And it keeps pinging. Oh, I'm no good to either, Rob. I can't cook for toffee. You're way behind on an eye exam. I've got to have an eye scan because, since they did my cataracts, it's not been quite right. So, looks big, this, doesn't it? Maybe I am big. You needed a good woman, but a bad one would be better. Yeah. Yeah. I've dated a few dodgy men in my lifetime, yeah. The bad boys were always more appealing to me when I was younger. The ones your dad said you shouldn't date, yeah, Yeah, it's a nice yellow. I don't like pale, wishy-washy colours. I like quite strong ones. I can't wear pale lemon. Well, I've just had my first eye test since the lockdown, yeah. That's when they discovered I had the cataracts, yeah. I woke up this morning, though, and I couldn't see a thing. All my eyes were fuzzy. And I thought, oh, God, what now? Anyway, by the time I'd felt my way to the bathroom and come back, they'd cleared a bit, yeah. Yeah, I think I'd rather have two 35-year-olds than a 70-year-old, yeah. Although I wouldn't know what to do with one, to be quite truthful. My days of chasing guys are long gone, yeah. I'm not keen on finding any men now, you're right, Granny D. I'm quite happy on my own. I seem to find all the toe rags, yeah. Or they find me. Keep looking for that mug written on my forehead, but I think my fringe must be hiding it. Yeah. I always find the ones that seem lovely on the surface, and then you find out they haven't got a soft centre here. I have that trouble as well, Rob. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't chase anybody now, Kaz, unless they went slow. If they walk slow, maybe I could catch them on my scooter. I haven't heard a thing about my scooter, by the way, whether they can mend it or whether it's a knacker job, yeah? Not heard a thing. He said, you'll hear in about a week, but I mean, there has been a bank holiday in between. He said you might have to fill some forms in, you know, for the insurance. And I've had 2 letters now about my 4th injection, you know, for the COVID. But I'm not going. The nearest one's 4 miles away. I'm not going. I'm not going until they find me one closer, yeah? I'm the same. You know, you do all this business, aren't you? Oh, we're getting about, they've lent me a scooter. And there's no danger of me running anybody over with this scooter they've lent me because it goes beep, and everybody turns around to see what the noise is. I feel embarrassed. You know, I don't need a horn. It's that makes that much noise. It just whines at top note. It's embarrassing. Hi, Chris. You're not number 1. Nathan was number 1 today. And how are you, Chris, today? How are you doing? I'm just explaining about my whiny scooter. Whining on the top note. Oh, hi, Evie. How are you doing? You're in good company with me whiny scooter. Yeah. You're tossing the cookies at Chris, are you? He's having his breakfast. Don't think he needs his cookies yet. You can throw cookies at the rest of us. Hi, Ethan. You're doing much better, are you? How's your other half as well? He hasn't been very well, has he, Eva? How's he doing? I need everybody to be on top dollar and tickety boo, you know, for Saturdays, yeah? You've all got to be on your best, you know. You've made plenty of cookies, have you? Good show, that's what we like, isn't it? Get your coffees out and teas out, ladies and gents, because Evie's made cookies, yeah. Oh, you're going to lurk? All right, Granny. Or D, whichever which, yeah. He got his first engraver. I think that's a typo, Evie. Yeah. Hey, Granny D, Granny D's going to go and lurk, yeah. Oh, hay fever, right, okay. I'm glad it was nothing more serious than hay fever, Beaver. Hey, Lisa. You see, you're all right, you can all go and lurk. I can't go and lurk. Oh, you've got Black Forest Gatto to go with your coffee. Everybody round to Rob's. He's got Black Forest Gatto. I've got chocolate bar. That's what I've got. And I'll drink my coffee. They spoil you at work. Right, everybody go and work with Rob. They get Black Forest Gatto. I can always remember when I was about 17 a friend of mine was reading the menu on the wall. Bear in mind, 17 was a long, long time ago. And she said, "What's a Gatex?" And I went, "What?" She's, "What's a Gatex? It says there on the wall, Gatex." And I said, "It's gatto." But I suppose, like when I was 17, you didn't really hear about gattos, yeah? Nobody did French. Granny D is lurking, Nana Michelle. She's around somewhere. You got to make some shrimp and broccoli. We had fish tonight for tea. Sadly, not a lot of fish. I like a big bit of fish. We didn't have a big bit of fish. It was a little bit of fish. It wasn't from the chip shop either. It was homemade. Homemade. You back, Kaz? I didn't know you'd gone anywhere. Sorry, dear. I must have missed where you said you were going. Oh, you gotta go. Okay, Rob. Thanks for coming in, and we'll see you soon. Oh God, why have that trouble, Ella? My washing machine shrinks all my clothes as well. I think it's the dryer. I think it's the tumble dryer that shrinks my clothes. Or it could be the fridge. I think really it's the fridge. That shrinks my clothes. Oh dear. I washed a dress. I hand washed it today. I hate that. You know those umbrella dryers? I can't put it up. You know there's like a little click thing in the halfway and you got to push it up and go past the click thing. I can't do that click thing. It hurts me back. And I get stuck underneath the whizzy thing and I get my hair all fast in it. And, oh dear. I want a washing line, but they say we're not having one. I tell you what, I'll be doing something when they're away on holiday. I'll be stringing something up. Or I'll get them to put the umbrella up and I'll leave it up because I can't put it up and down. I just can't. I don't know why. I can't get it over the click thing. I try with all my heart, but it doesn't work. Use some more, yeah. There's actually a bit of string, well, washing line floating about somewhere. I don't care if it's only a short washing line. Hello, Lulu. Oh, thank you, Lulu. It's actually, Mother's Day's been and gone in the UK, but I think it's coming in the US. People in the US, let me know. I think you have your Mother's Day a bit later. I got 2 hanging baskets for my Mother's Day present. Yeah. I must remember to water them when they go on holiday as well. I should have a checklist, shouldn't I? Feed the dogs, walk the dogs, water the plants. I don't know why we have different, I don't know whether we have different Father's Day, do we? Is it just the Mother's Day that's different? Hi, Jane. I haven't done my garden yet because I'm waiting for my son to put me my raised bed together, but he's been so busy today I didn't want to interrupt him. Yeah, he'll do it eventually. Hope he does it before my plants die, but you know. Oh, back, false alarm, you've been stood down. Right, okay. That's good. If it's a false alarm, that means nobody needs you urgently. I do. I've got a headache. Can you nip round with a paracetamol? No, I've got some somewhere. Oh gosh, I can remember being stood up when I was younger. Nothing so embarrassing, is there, than standing outside the cinema and your date doesn't turn up. Mind you, I got stood up once on the pictures, and when I got hold of him, I couldn't get hold of him. When I finally got hold of him, I said, "That's not very nice, is it?" He said, "Leaving me standing outside the pictures and all that jazz." He said, "I couldn't help it." He said, "I had appendicitis and I got rushed in hospital." So he did have a legitimate excuse. And there's me lambasting him for leaving me standing outside the cinema, and the poor beggar was in hospital having his appendix taken out. It was in the days before the mobile phones, I have to say. But I've been stood up quite a few times. Little wallflower me, yeah. Your computer is acting right, you're the one messing up, right? You're in good company. We're all a bit doolally on here, love. Don't worry about it. I often used to think that when it was like a sort of a blind date, do they actually come and look at you standing there and think, no, and go walking past? Because you wouldn't know, would you? Because if it's a blind date, you don't know what he looks like either. Yeah. I must admit, I stood somebody up once. It was one of those internet dating things. And I looked at him and I thought, oh, you look nothing like your picture. So I just carried on going. I think he'd sent a picture of when he was about 25. Okay, I've got a yarn bath. I've got a yarn bath. Oh, don't bother, Kaz. Talk about you've got to kiss a lot of frogs before you meet the handsome prince. I never met the handsome prince. I just got all the frogs. You know, the ones who bring the toothbrush on the first date and you're like, no. Well, I thought that's what you went on here for. Like, no. I never met you. Oh, gosh, are you so handsome, Rob? I met a lot of men that were supposedly separated. Mm-hmm. They weren't. They were married. Yeah. Oh, you're Adonis, all right. And I'm Marilyn Monroe, so there you go. Yeah. Mind, I think I look more like Mae West these days. Come up and see me sometime. No, I've given up on the dating scene. What's Adonis? I've given up on the dating scene. My bait's gone off. Oh dear. All I get is these stupid people on Facebook wanting to be my friend, yeah. You know, with the fake profiles, yeah. I get a lot of them. You know, as if a really good-looking 35-year-old bloke in the American Navy or whatever would want with me. Yeah, you're so beautiful. Like, yeah, right. Somebody else said that. Somebody sent him a message saying, you've got a beautiful smile, and their profile picture is a bunch of roses. Oh, I'm still waiting for me £7,000 from Instagram, by the way. Somebody said I should have given them the address of the local police station when they wanted my address. No. Well, it's too good to be true. It is. It's like when they tell you you've won a cruise and you've won this and you've won that. And you've never even entered the competition. Yeah, you know, you're not daft, are you? That was cold. And it wasn't like iced coffee cold. It was just cold. Ick. Oh, we haven't won a cruise. Oh, I've been watching Susan Calman, though. Yeah, on her cruises. Oh, boy, she has some fun, doesn't she? For those of you in the US, you won't know what I'm talking about. But it's a British comedian. I think she's Scottish. And she's been going on a cruise ships, and she's been all over the place. And she's so funny, yeah. I've been watching her. You know, you get other people doing a cruise and they're all posh and la-di-da, and she's anything but, you know. I've always wanted to go on a cruise. It's kind of like on my bucket list, but I know I'll never have the money to go, so it'll kind of remain on my bucket list. I never can quite save enough for these kind of holidays. It's thousands of pounds. And you need to make it a trip of a lifetime. If you're going to go on a cruise, you need to go and see everything that there is to see. You need to go on every trip. You know, sure, you need to go on, don't you? You know, otherwise it's not worth your while going. A metaphor. Well, we all know what a meter is, don't we, in the UK? Our electric bills. I hope the sun comes out soon, because the thought of the price of the electric and the gas is scary. You have to Google it with you. I've always wanted to go on a cruise. My mum and dad been on a few when they were older, and they really thoroughly enjoyed them. So it's always been a thing of mine. I'd like to go on one before I die. Yeah, I'll never get there, but you never know. With my luck, I'll just get a cruise up and down the Mersey or something. Well, I don't think. I don't know whether I like your other name, Gaylord. I can't see your picture. My eyesight's not that good. I'm glad you said it was you, Rob. Otherwise, you'd have got booted off. It might be from the Fockers, but you know. Yeah, we'll have to just call you GF, dear. Well, we'll still just call you Rob. Yeah, I can just imagine when Miguel comes on, he'll be saying, "Who's this? Who's this? Is it a whistle?" Oh dear. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be calling it Meta. They don't change it though, do they? They haven't changed its name. Oh, you're going back to your other account, right? Okay. I can't see your picture anyway because it's too little. You know what my eyes are like? It's about that big. It's about a half inch across, Rob. So I cannot see your picture. Oh dear. My fingers are hurting with trying to unravel that glued together jumper I'm making. It was just spoiled, but I didn't want to just waste the wool, if you know what I mean. It would have gone in the bin, and I just hate putting things in the bin. And yet it wasn't good enough to take to the charity shop, if you know what I mean. I mean, that boho spirit done half fluff up. You know, when you've had it for a while, it gets this big white fluff and everything sticks together with it. So I've been finishing up with balls that have been like an egg, you know, about an egg shape. So we shall see. My fingers are hurting with taking. I was spent all night last night trying to unravel that other thing. And in the end, I gave up because my fingers were hurting so much. You're back to you again. Oh, that's so nice. Otherwise, we'd have Miguel having a fit when he comes on. Oh, dear. No, sadly, I couldn't see what you looked like because, like I say, it was about a ½ inch little thing like that. So I couldn't see your picture. I'm so glad you're you again. Hey ho. So what we all working on tonight? Is it just me that's crocheting? Are you all sat here looking at me or what? I want to know what you're all working on. Now, I suppose you can't really, can you? I've only got pics of me or me crocheting really on the dogs sometimes I put on pictures. But I never put pictures of the family on. Because we've got little ones, you know, in the family, and I don't think it's fair. If their parents put pictures up, that's fine. Oh, due to haters. We've all had haters, but sometimes they're really. We know lots of people who have YouTube channels that have taken them down because of people being nasty. As we always say on here, we don't know why they gained something. Oh, you're nearly up to the armholes, Kaz. Good going. Good going. Keep going. Oh, you're crocheting an orange cat. I saw a lovely cat the other day, and it was done so basic. It was just like knitted little basic cat, like, you know, almost like a child would knit. And I thought, oh, it was so cute. But it didn't have a pattern, obviously. One is work related, the other one is drone footage. My son was after a drone at one time, but you have to be so careful where you fly it because you're not supposed to be flying it over people or anybody where they could be recognised or there's all kinds of rules and regulations, isn't there? Oh, hiya, Esther. The weather has been beautiful today, but having said that, tomorrow it'll probably be snowing or something. It's so changeable here where we're living, so changeable. One day gorgeous, the next day not. Yeah, I had a sun hat on this afternoon because it was so hot on the top of my head. Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying that I noticed Ben's put a couple more videos up of his Funfair, yeah. They're very short videos and Ben's not on them, yeah. It's cold, is it? I thought you were near to where Kaz was. It's been beautiful here today, absolutely beautiful. I almost got my scooter out and went to sit on the seafront, but then I thought, no, it could be windy. Oh, God, I keep getting that stabby pain. It's a nerve pain, I think. It's from nerves. It keeps going bing, bing. Nerves do that, don't they? I can't say it's a headache. It's not. It just keeps going bing. It's almost like a toothache, but it's in my head. Does that sound a bit daft? You know when a tooth goes ding, ding. Yeah, it could be my eyes. I'm going to get an eye scan on Tuesday. Whatever that entails, yeah. Because my eyes are not right. They're not right. And I want to get them right. I'm usually one who goes, oh, it'll be okay. You know, it'll settle down. This is me. But with it being my eyes, I thought, no, I'm going to complain this time. I'm going to say, look, I don't think this is right. I want you to have a look at it. If they have a look at it and they find that it could be my glasses or there's nothing serious. The apps did kind of work, Kaz, but I'm getting a few different problems. And normally I'm, like I say, I'm one who says, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be all right in the night. You know what I mean? But this time I thought, no, it's my eyesight. I'm going to ask them to have another look at them, you know, make sure that everything is okay. If they can't find anything, then fine, it'll be my glasses or something else. But, you know, I've had other ops and they've not been successful and I've not gone back. I've just put up with things. But this time I thought, no, I'm not. I'm going to open my mouth and say, I don't think this is right, yeah. If I get the scan, like I say, and they can't find anything, then, you know, some people say, oh, it takes ages for them to settle down when you've had your cataracts done, but we shall see what we shall see. Hey. You have to wear glasses. I'm a bit like Rob. I'm fine with anything I'm looking at, and I don't need glasses really for distance, but I can't read anything. Yet when I first had my operation, I could read everything, and it seems to have just deteriorated. It just can't read little words anymore. Yeah, I'm going to tell him about the pinging in my head. It could be an optic nerve or something that's, because it is my left eye that's the worst one, yeah. We shall see. They're going to give me a scan, see if they can find a brain, yeah. Yeah. Must be nice to be rich, you know, be able to just call Bupa up and say, right, I want to come in tomorrow. They say money doesn't buy you health and that, but it buys you a lot of treatment. Oh, tra-la-la. The last little video, his hen was sitting in a tyre. That's the last time I saw anything about his hen. He thought it was looking a little bit better, but he wasn't sure. That's the last thing I heard from about the hen. Unless anybody else has heard different, yeah. Yeah, the last we heard. No doubt he'll come on eventually. He's probably doing his washing or doing something today. Doing his little jobs that he does on a Saturday, yeah. Ah, dear. Oh, he had a live, did he? I miss everybody's lives. They're always at the wrong time of the day for me. You know, with me being in the UK, lives are always at weird times. That's why I never watch anybody's lives. I didn't switch the computer on until just before I came on here, actually. It's been off all day. Oh, thank you, Kaz. Yeah. I don't watch many, I must admit. And watching lives after the event is not kind of like the same, is it? You know, you have to be there, don't you? If you're with me. Watching lives when they're not live, it's not the same. It's a bit boring, isn't it, when you're watching them afterwards? I keep thinking about getting a laptop, but that's something else, you know, you need money. Well, hello, Ben. How are you? You're not working tonight, or have you finished? Yeah. You're good, guys. We're so glad you're good, yeah. You've not been working today. Oh, good. Having a day off. I bet you were working last weekend, weren't you? With it being the bank holiday, I bet you were working all the time. Yeah. Must be hard on his social life, though, here. Okay, we'll see you later, Rob. Yeah. Yeah, it must be difficult, though, having to work every evening, though, and, you know, all your social life goes to pot, doesn't it? You'll never find yourself a lady love, will you, Ben? You're a quiet person. So am I. Pinocchio. I'm fine, Jeannie. Yeah, I'm a dead quiet, shy person. Did you see my nose growing then? Did you see it? Look at it growing. Plenty of ladies on the wall, says you. Oh, I know. When I was about 13 or 14, we always thought the lads who worked on the waltzes were absolutely fantastic looking. They probably weren't, but they had this air about them, you know, like they want to be lovely. It's like people always want to run away and join the circus, don't they? You know, when you're young, you always think, oh, wouldn't it be fun to work on the Funfairs? Yeah. I was always sick after I'd been on the waltzes. I can't do it all. And I always used to get the lads who used to spin me round. You know, they spin the waltzes round. And I used to get off and I'd be like that and I'd be sick everywhere. Yeah, until you meet the bosses, yeah. Is that you spinning everybody around? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I used to be as sick as a dog after I'd been on the waltzers. I don't do funfairs anymore, I've decided. I can't do with all the spinning. I always used to hurt my knees on the one, on the dodgems. You know, when you ram into somebody and it bangs your knees, doesn't it? Ugh. I prefer a quiet life now. I don't like funfairs anymore now. I'm too old. I used to be the one that stood at the bottom of everything and held the handbag. I used to have everybody's coats and handbags all over me. You know, I'd have everybody's coats and handbags and everything. Because when you went away for the day, like to Blackpool or something, you always had to take your coat. 4 hours to build a dodgem. Oh my God. Yeah, you know, you didn't dare trust the English weather, did you? Because when you went anywhere, you always had to take your your Macintosh with you, you know, or your hooded coat or something. And then it'd be sunny and you'd be walking around all day with this blinking great big coat over your arm, wondering why on earth you brought it. And you'd be determined to not put your coat on, wouldn't you? You know, you'd be walking up the seafront being blasted from all angles by the wind. And you'd be shivering in your high heels, your dress and your cardigan because you didn't want to put your big coat on. Hey, the things, now I don't care. I got my hood up now. I look like an Nanook of the North when I'm going out on my scooter. But it's like my son said, you know, if you're going along at 4 or 5 miles an hour and the wind's coming at you at 4 or 5 miles an hour, it's like actually 8 miles an hour because you're going that fast. So you feel it much more when you're on the scooter. I was talking to my friend and she said she was out the other day having a walk with her husband and she had a fleece on with the hood up. And she said two youngsters walked past her wearing vests, shorts, and flip flops. And she said, I thought, oh my God, I'm getting old, yeah. I said, that would have been me. I've got my hood up me half the time. I think to myself, no, I won't put my hood up. It's summer. And then after a wind's been blowing in my ears and I start getting earache, I start putting my hood up, yeah. I don't care how stupid I look here. If the wind is blowing, I'm wearing my hood. I had to wash my coat the other day because I got ice cream all down the front of it. Not a pretty look. I look like I've been attacked by a seagull. So I put it in the washing machine. It's dried now. Oh, I really want to know natural prostate treatment to improve your prostate health. Yes, that doesn't really apply to me, dear. I put my mask on the other day because my nose was like, oh, it was ice in my nose. I think it's poor circulation, isn't it? My nose was, I've got makeup on my nose because it was bright red, like a Belisha beacon. I was sat here the other night in the house and it was warm and I had my mask on because my nose was so cold. I'm sure there's no circulation. I even Googled it, you know, can you have like a cold nose because of bad circulation? Yeah. Anyway, you can. I get a blue fingernail or purple fingernails and a very cold nose. coat I wear all the time, it's got a piece that comes across and it velcros your hood's there and it comes across. So I go inside it, so it like goes across here. I'm like hunched down in my coat. I should make a tight cowl, shouldn't I, really, that comes right across here. Not those big fancy cowls, I need a just tight one. A bit like a balaclava, really. Nothing wrong with a balaclava, is there? I actually saw a lovely pattern on Etsy, but it was really expensive. And it was like a balaclava thing, but it had buttons all down. It came down here. It was a crocheted one, but I thought, I'm not paying about £8 or something for the pattern. I thought, I'm not paying that. I don't mind paying for a pattern, but sometimes the prices are ridiculous. You know, I object to paying like £10 for a pattern. £8 for a pattern, unless it's a really, really intricate pattern. But for a balaclava, I wasn't paying. I think it was either £8 or £10 for this balaclava pattern. I thought, no. When it comes to things like that, I'm tight. When you think you can buy a whole book full of patterns for about £15, you know, that can have about 20. Our charity shops do not have any patterns. They don't have any needles, hooks, or wool. I don't know whether somebody gets there first or what. It was the same when I was in Prestwich. But I can honestly say when I lived in Prestwich that I never knew anybody who knitted or crocheted. It must have been the area, you know. People are walking about upstairs. And I swear blind they've got hobnail boots on. Right, I'm going to open one of my cans. I have got a pink martini cocktail. And I've got a straw. Let me open it up. I don't want to squirt it all over me crocheting. Especially if it's pink. I've got my straw, my bendy straw. Oh my goodness me, that's sour. What's got in it? Don't know, can't read it, can't see. Rob, can I have your eyes? No, I'm not spraying it all over. I'm trying to find my magnifier so I can read what's in the thing. I've just had a drink of it, so I don't know what it was, but it was a bit. It was a little bit sour. Let's have a look. It's got cranberries in or something. Expertly mixed with natural berry flavours. Yeah, I bet it's cranberries or something because it tastes like that. It's pink distilled gin, expertly mixed with raspberry juice and natural berries. Yeah, I bet there's blooming. No, it says berries, Kaz, so it's gonna be. I mean, raspberries can. Ooh, bit the inside of my cheek. Raspberries can be a bit sour, can't they? The cranberries can be definitely sour. Oh, it's tart. Oh. Many blueberries. I find blueberries to be tart as well. They're not when they're in a muffin, are they? You know, if you buy a muffin. Oh, I went out the other day to a cafe and had a blueberry muffin. Oh, and it was lovely. Oh, it was really moist, you know, really nice. I had a cheese and tomato toasty and a blueberry muffin, and it was really nice, the muffin. It was nice. I'm going to miss that when I'm looking after the dogs, because I'll be more or less staying in with them, unless I take them for a walk. I'm going to miss my cafe. I only go out about once a week, but I like to treat myself. About once a week, I go out and have some brunch and, you know, a coffee and stuff. Blueberry muffin mix, 3 eggs and a stick of butter. It tickles me how you say a stick of butter. Our butters are in like little rectangular packs. Yours are in like stick things, yeah? Oh, strawberry trifle muffins. Ugh. I quite like just ordinary cake myself. You know, your ordinary Mary Berry Victoria sponge stuff. I like that, mate. I'm pretty boring, really, aren't I? But I do love a good meringue from time to time. But only a nice meringue. There used to be a shop, it closed down though, long before I left. There used to be a shop in Prestwich that sold the most delicious meringues. Oh, cherry Pepsi. No, I don't like Pepsi. Anything with cherries in the blah. Well, hello, Miguel. Where have you been? Where have you been, Miguel? Hello, Cat and Chats. Do we call you Cat or do we call you Anne? Where have you been? I don't know where you've been, Miguel. You're late to the party. Where have you been? Ah, you get called Cat. You call Kathy, right? So we'll call you Cat then. That's good, Miguel. I had a friend that was at school called Sandra Ann Maiden, and she went through school called Sam because of her initials were on the back of her school bag. I would hope she's here as a legitimate crocheter, knitter, or crafter of some description. She doesn't seem very Tron-like. Oh, my necklace, yeah. It's actually fabric, this necklace. It's lovely. The ball's covered in fabric, yeah. Time will tell, Kaz. Time will tell. Shad is probably still grieving, isn't he? I know what it's like when you lose a pal. When we lost ours, yeah. Oh, that's nice, Cat. You crochet around your knit, yeah? I've been knitting since I was 5. But I only started crocheting when I was about 13, so I did it the opposite way around to you. Yeah. Hi, Lydia Joy. Yeah, we meet here every Saturday. Rain or shine, snow or sunshine. Oh, thank you, Lou. That's so sweet of you. You've got the yarn for 8 sweaters. Join the club. Kaz and I have got the yarn for about 88 sweaters, I would say. I've got a shed that looks like a yarn store on its own. I shouldn't buy any more yarn, but I do. I do. But I shouldn't. I've got enough. I mean, I'm 76. How much longer have I got? I think I've got more than I'll ever knit up in my, crochet up in my lifetime. I'm ever hopeful I'll crochet it all up. Yeah, I accidentally bought some as well, Cass, so you're not on your own. And I've accidentally bought 3 new hooks as well. Oh gosh, I can't go near any sales. I really can't. I'm just lethal when there's any sales going on. My friend sent me a link. She said, "Oh, look how cheap this wool is." I said, "I'm not looking. I'm not looking." You're getting crackles from me. Oh, I've not touched anything. My mic's in the camera. Well, as far as I know, everything's fine. I hope it's not my mic going out. I don't fancy buying another new camera. Yeah, we don't have hobby lobbies. We don't have half the places that you have in the US. You've got these massive yarn stores, which we don't have in the UK. We have little tiny yarn shops. Oh, it's just telling me I'm live. You're a bit late. No, we just have tiny wool shops online. That's all we have here. You're in a chatty mood today, are you? Yeah, he's just notified me I've gone live, although I've been here about an hour and a half. It's a bit late, isn't it? There we go. Look, I've done that much today. That won't do another row, so it'll have to be left to sew up the seams. Somebody said if you pat it like that, then the middle comes out easier. But I don't know whether that applies. Yeah, I've been live for an hour and a half. It's 10:30 near enough, and I came on at 9 o'clock. That's why we said, where have you been? Well, I can tell you that patting it doesn't work. It still comes out in yarn bath. Trying to find the middle of my wool. Nope, I've still got yarn bath. Huh? So patting it. Did I change my schedule? No. No, I haven't changed it. Miguel, have you got the wrong time on your clock? Nathan's here, yes, he's around somewhere. And you've missed Rob. Rob came on, the UK medic. He came on, but he's had to go to attend to an accident, yeah. Yeah, Nathan's around. He's probably lurking somewhere, but he's around. We've not had Isaac yet, and we've not had Shad. Your time's 4:46. Well, it's 22:25 here, which means it's 10:30 near enough. That's why I asked you where you'd been, Miguel, because you're normally not quite this late. Unless you've been doing your laundry. I've been on an hour and a half near enough. I came on at 9 o'clock and it's now 10:25. So I've been on nearly an hour and a half, Miguel. So you've lost half an hour sometimes, somewhere. Our little launderette's supposed to be opening again soon, which is very handy for bedding and stuff. You know, if you want to wash your duvet and things like that, yeah. You don't know what's going on. That's probably that probably means you're quite normal then. Miguel's always either confused or something, yeah. She would have been 96. My mum was a fantastic knitter as well. She was an absolutely fantastic. Her attention was beautiful. You've been getting strange calls. Well, block them. If they leave the number, block them. Yeah, my mum's tension on her knitting was so even. You'd have thought a machine had done it. She was such an even knitter. I'm not guilty because I don't know your number, Miguel, so. Our laundrette's been closed for, well, I thought it had maybe closed for, the COVID, but apparently it just closed down. Anyway, it's reopening again. So I got told on our local page that it was being reopened, which is good because I need to wash my duvet. Oh my goodness me, that's awful. I hope it wasn't a lot of money, Miguel. I've got an itchy back. No, this launderette's only small when it opens up again. I've got an itchy back. You'll have to all excuse me a minute while I itch my back. Got the instrument of torture, which when I get it out, the dogs want to eat it because they love anything that's wooden. Well, Granny's been on here, Granny D. So Granny D came on ages ago. So you must have been sleeping, Miguel. You must have been having a nod off if you were watching Granny D. I think she's lurking somewhere, Granny D. Well, they always say. I always thought it was Texas that they said everything was bigger in Texas. Mind you, looking at some of the Americans I've seen on TV, they've got the largest bellies in the world. But I presume not everybody is that big. They always show the worst on the TV, don't they? Oh, I know those back scratches they have. So I've got one in my bedroom as well. I always have an itchy back. I think I'm allergic to the shower gel I use. I'm sure, Chris, that not everybody is that big, but they always pick the worst ones to show on the telly, don't they? Like My £1,000 Life or something. I'm sure not everybody's that shape. Mind you, Britain's getting bigger. There's some fatties over here as well. I'm not supposed to say fatty ever, but some large old people over here. I blame all this fast food. Fast food and ready meals is what I blame. Oh, thank you, Lulu. I think it's so easy, isn't it, to grab fast food? I know I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it. If I'm left on my own, I'm guilty of just grabbing something quick. Oh, we are. Our parents always cooked. I must admit, the portions. When I look at things in America, the portions over there are massive. When you see things where people go into restaurants, the amount of food they get given is massive. Oh, the English, you mean, we usually have a Sunday English breakfast, not every day of the week. We wouldn't have bacon, eggs, sausage, tomatoes and all that jazz every day of the week. Full English breakfast is usually something that we have maybe once a week. What normal people do. If I have a full English breakfast, I don't have any lunch. I go straight through until the evening meal. Everything food-wise has gone up. It's the same in the UK. Everybody's food bill's gone up. The trouble is the fattening food is the cheapest. You know, if you're on the breadline and you've not got a lot of money, sadly, you know, the easy food is the fattening. I can't understand though people going to McDonald's and you know, that chicken place, Colonel KFC, when you can eat beans on toast or egg on toast much cheaper. You know, if you're short on money, there's nothing better than that. Beans on toast, egg on toast, baked potato. Coupons to use on groceries, very, very seldom. You sometimes get them, but not very often. We don't get sheets and sheets of coupons like you do in America. We don't get coupons for wool. Yeah. You know, we see people say, oh, I've got a 30% coupon off at Joann's, and that we never get anything like that. Well, everything to do with food. You know, they've raised the prices because they can't help it. They're paying extra for the raw material, aren't they? Everything's gone up. But a lot of people don't know how to spin a dollar, do they? You know, you don't have to go and get McDonald's. You don't have to go and get KFC or get pizzas. You know, you can make stew, you can make soup, you can make all sorts of things if you're short of money. Oh, see you later, Jane. Yeah, when you're short on money, making homemade soup that can make enough to last you a couple of days. Make a stew that lasts you a few days. A lot of the younger ones today don't know how to do that. See, we have nothing like that, Miguel. We don't get coupons. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, when I was short of money, I used to live on baked potatoes and cheese and beans. And it's amazing how little you can actually live on if you have to. Yeah, when the family's away, if I've got to cook, they'll all be easy meals like that I'll be making. But I don't mind. I don't need a full meal every night. Oh, gosh, that twinging. Oh, must be a nerve from something. It's a nerve in the head that's gone bing. Oh, I'll cook easy things, Miguel. Like I said, baked potatoes, beans on toast, egg on toast. I'll make some soup. I'll make corned beef hash, something like that. Yeah, it is a bit like it just shoots up every now and again, yeah. It's happened in the past, Chris, but then it went. But now it started again. I'm going having an eye scan on Tuesday, so yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I cook. I don't like cooking every day. But I'm not one that needs to cook like 2 vegetables and some meat or some chicken. I don't bother about things like that. They're only away for a week anyway. So I'll just make something. Oh, Bubble and Squeak, it's gorgeous. Bubble and Squeak is usually cabbage, onion, and potatoes or whatever vegetables you've got. You mix it together like mashed potatoes. Sometimes put a little bit of flour in it, and you make like little patties, like little burgers, and then fry them on both sides. And they're delicious. I used to deliberately make extra vegetables on a Sunday so that we could have Bubble and Squeak on a Monday. I don't know why it's called Bubble and Squeak. No, it's not like dumpling. No, it's potatoes, mashed cabbage. Could have carrots in it. It's got onion in it, and you put a tiny little bit of flour in sometimes just to make it go together like a patty. It's more like a beef burger shape, and then you fry it on both sides, and it's really lovely. Yeah, I don't know why it's called Bubble Squeak. Yeah, you fry it till it's crispy. And it's lovely. Is it the noise it makes when it's cooking? Squeaking. We used to love it on a Monday. Yeah, my ex-husband used to always say, make extra vegetables on a Sunday so that we could have bubble and squeak on a Monday. You should try it, Miguel. It's nice if you get any leftover veggies. But it has to be potatoes as well, yeah. You probably have it, but you'd probably call it a different name in America. I can't think that nobody in America's thought of doing it. So there's probably called something else. Yeah, no, it doesn't usually have sweet corn in ours, Ruth, or any apples. It's usually just cabbage, onions, carrots, or whatever veg you've cooked up for Sunday. I got caramel. You went downstairs to check the mail. All I got was an invitation to have my fourth COVID injection. That's all I got in the mail. Yeah, it's nice. You can add any ingredients you want. I just like mine with salt and pepper, but if you like something a bit spicy, you might want to add a little bit of something in with it. No, yeah. Oh, an election flyer. We didn't have any elections here. I don't know why we didn't, but we didn't. Manchester did, but we didn't have them here. Yeah, my mum used to make potato cakes. Lovely. I tried making them. They're not as nice. I don't know what she did. But my mum's potato cakes were lovely. I know she had a little bit of flour, probably salt and pepper. She used to roll them out and cut them out, the cookie cutter. Well, bubble and squeak is like a potato cake, but it's got vegetables in it. My mother was fantastic at cooking, at everything. Everything except cakes. She was rubbish at cakes. She would not weigh anything. And they were always like bricks. My mother's cakes. She would not use a recipe. Yeah, I think my mum used to put an egg in as well into the mashed potatoes. Definitely milk and butter. See, a lot of these recipes come from the time when it was after the war, when there wasn't anything, you know, when you were short of money. Where there wasn't money for meat or anything like that. Things were on ration. If you got potatoes, you see, you could make a lot of different things. I still like a lot of the what I call cheap recipes. I still like them. They remind me of my childhood. You know, when things got spread to make things go further. I mean, I was born in 1945, and the rationing in the UK went on till 1952, I think. Now, you see, we would call them rosti when you grate the potatoes and make patties. They call them rosti. Yeah, I love all the cheap things. Homemade cheese and onion pie. You know, meat and potato pie, which was more potatoes than meat. But it's all from they say, you know, you take with you what you've been brought up with from your childhood. Well, I was just brought up after the war when things were still on ration. So meat was few and far between. So you just made good with what you'd got. No, I never did that munchkin, no. But bread and butter, you always had a lot of it with every. Cheese and onion pie, it's gorgeous, Miguel. It's a proper pie with pastry, but cheese and onion inside it. I know I put on the Facebook one time what a week's ration was for one person, and somebody said, "No, it's not quiche. No, it's just cheese and onion pie. It's got a top on it and a bottom on it. Quiche has only got a base." No, a pie in the UK has a bottom crust and a top crust, and cheese and onion in the middle, and it's gorgeous if you use the nice strong cheese. As I say, I put this list up on Facebook of what was one person's ration for a week. And somebody from America said to me, "Was that for the day?" I'm like, "No, that was for the week." Does anybody remember having pobs, which was bread soaked in milk with a few sultanas and a bit of sugar? It wasn't like bread and butter pudding. It was just pobs, they called it. Again, that was probably when there was no meat, nothing around. And And we had everything on bread when we were little. You'd have an apple on bread, banana on bread, sugar on bread, evaporated milk on bread. These are all things that you don't see now. Yeah, everybody today is so spoiled. Morning, Deirdre. You know, they think that they're hard done to. They can't afford chicken and meat and everything. They've never had to sort of. I like fried cabbage. Fried cabbage and onion with cheese. As I say, they're all recipes from when I was a child. The money was tight. Vegetables and stuff were even tighter. Oh, I love condensed milk. I used to put it on a bread. I used to plead with my mum to open a tin so I could spread it on a bread. Oh, I love corned beef hash. I used to love condensed milk. Conny as they used to call it. I used to eat it with a teaspoon. Can't do it now because it's so sweet and sugar. Yeah, the girl across the road used to feed her baby with evaporated milk. He was such a big fat baby as well. But that was supposed to be not suitable for babies as well. That's what he used to have. Oh, they used to feed all sorts to babies at one stage, didn't they? Now they were, oh, I can't have that, it's got sugar in it. I mean, it's like me, my son had constipation when he was little. They told me to put a teaspoonful of brown sugar in his bottles. I mean, now you'd be going, oh, don't give a baby sugar, bad for the teeth, blah, blah, blah. But it just shows how times change and opinions change, doesn't it? I mean, now you wouldn't dream of giving a young baby, a spoonful of brown sugar in their bottle. But my son used to love his bottles with the brown sugar in them. Yeah, I've got osteoporosis. Oh, I used to have, what was it? What did we used to have? Molten cod liver oil and malt we used to have. Every Sunday night after you'd had your bath, you had a spoonful of cod liver oil and malt. I don't think I remember having castor oil, but definitely cod liver oil and malt. My son used to have malt. He used to love it. I used to dip his dummy in it. It was called Virol or something. It was malt in a jar. He used to love it. He used to smack his lips. Yeah, Virol, yeah. Oh, I used to love Virol. My son did. My son used to cry in the middle of the night and I knew he wasn't hungry. I used to dip his dummy, or his dodie as we used to call it. Dip his dodie in some Virol. And he used to and go off to sleep. He loved it. Gripe water. Yeah, it tasted nice, didn't it, gripe water? I used to say I had tummy ache just to have a spoonful. I used to love Dr. Collis Brown's Chloridine. It was in a teeny little bottle like that. I mean, they don't sell it now. It probably had something in that's all banned. But a little teeny spoonful of that when you had a bad stomach, it was cured anything. Collis Brown's Chloridine. As I say, you probably can't. He's probably banned. And I used to like kaolin and morphine, which you can't get anymore. That was for a bad stomach. It used to separate. It used to be pink and clear liquid and pink powder. You used to have to shake it up, take a spoonful. But I tell you what, it used to work wonders when you had stomach ache. But of course, now you can't have it because it has got morphine in it. So, but nobody used to abuse it back in the day. It was too expensive to abuse it anyway. You only got a teaspoon, but it was enough. If you had stomach ache, yeah, a spoonful of that, wonders. And then, of course, they banned it, the do-gooders. Oh, you can't have that, it's got morphine in it. The addicts are buying it. Oh, good grief, yeah. If the addicts had the patience to extract the morphine from it, they must have been desperate, that's all I know. A lot of stuff you can't get. Does anybody remember Fenning's Little Healers? If you had cough or anything, the tiny little things. And then there was Beecham's pills, tiny little pills if you couldn't go, you know, for constipation. There was Beecham's pills. Oh, Cowpole was a modern version, yeah. No, we had kaolin and morphine and Dr. Brown's Collis Brown's Chloridine, yeah. Oh, yeah, cooling powders, yeah. You used to get, I think they were Fennings as well. You used to mix them up, didn't they? They're in a little paper, weren't they? Hi, Nathan. Oh, other stuff. Bicky pegs, yeah. My son never liked them. How long does a million last after 65? I would love to have the chance to find out. Oh, yeah, I think they were what they used to call liver salts, didn't they? I think they're probably a bit like Andrew's liver salts now. My son swears by Andrew's liver salts. Oh, syrup of figs made you go, didn't it? Did anybody get that when you were a kid? If you complained about tummy ache, we kept saying, oh, you need to go. Yeah, you got syrup of figs. I used to like all this sort of stuff. Hey, Nathan. I don't know why I used to like all this stuff. Oh, senna pods. I don't like senna. It gives me violent stomachache. Oh, I love syrup of figs. But I love figs, you see. I like figs, I like dates, I like all that sort of stuff. You see, I do. I don't know. I must be. Oh, and I love cod liver oil. I used to crunch the capsules of cod liver oil. I love them. I've got them now, but instead of swallowing them, I crunch them. I like to chew them. I like the taste of cod liver oil. I'm a weirdo. I like all medicines. It's a wonder I'm not an addict. Oh, yeah, I used to love it. The only cough medicine I didn't like was Sanderson Specific. If you've never had that, it's absolutely vile. You do have to hold your nose for that. I don't like peanut butter, no, that's one thing I don't like. I can't eat anything with nuts at all. I'm not allergic to them, but they just make me want to puke. It's the same with pineapples. I can't eat anything with pineapples in it. Oh, I lived on milk and magnesia when I was pregnant. I used to chew it like toffees. Milk and magnesia tablets, I couldn't go anywhere without them. It was the only indigestion remedy that they let us have when we were pregnant. And I used to chew them by the blooming bottleful. They kept saying to me, oh, your baby must have loads of hair. If you've got indigestion all the time, loads of hair, your baby was as bald as a badger. Said he was about 2. He never had a hair on his head. Yeah, I know. Tums. I don't know whether we have tums or not. I've never eaten them. My son is snoring his head off upstairs. That means he's fallen asleep without his mask on. Like me, he has to have a CPAP machine. No, I used to have the tablets, milk and magnesia tablets. They used to come in a little glass bottle. I used to carry them round with me in my handbag everywhere I went. Because when I was pregnant, oh my God, heartburn wasn't in it. I can hear him snoring here. He snores so loudly that I can hear him snoring down here. I don't know why Trish doesn't waken him up. I'm sure she must be able to hear him. But the old remedies are all the best. I can remember when I had chapped legs when I was little. The chemist used to make up a bottle of lanolin and cucumber, it was. And it was brilliant stuff. You know, if you had splits on the end, you know, from back in the days when you got really, really cold, you would get frost splits on the end of your fingers. And this lanolin and cucumber used to be absolutely fantastic. The chemist used to make it up. Yeah, I can remember when I was in hospital after I'd had some major op. I couldn't go, and my sister-in-law brought me some plums, and I ate the bag full of plums, and I was all right after that. I love prunes. Oh, gorgeous prunes. I love them. See, I'm weird. I like prunes. I like dates. I like figs. Yeah, bum 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 bum. My soul blue. Bum 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 bum. My soul blue. My aunt used to have a hardware shop, and that was the one thing you used to smell when you walked in. Was they used to sell paraffin. They used to turn a little tap and fill up a container. I mean, you can't do it all now. And all the hardware shop used to smell of paraffin and oily firelighters. Yeah. This is why I can't do the fire, because I used to use spills of paper, what we used to call spills of paper. You used to roll newspaper up and roll them into like a donut. And then you used to use oily firewood. I mean, you don't get oily firewood now. Hi, Chris. But I used to be able to be. Prunes, oh, I love them, Nathan. I could eat a jar all on my own, except they might have diary effects on me, but I could eat the whole tin. I love prunes. Prunes and custard. I was the only one at school who used to eat everybody's prunes. When the sweet used to come with school dinners and it was prunes and custard, everybody go, prunes. Ugh. And I used to say, give me, I'll eat them. I used to eat all the prunes, everybody's prunes. I must admit, I do like the tin prunes, but I do like the soft, squashy ones that they sell in Tesco's. Used to sell the ready-to-eat prunes. They were lovely and soft, and they had no stones in. Yeah, yeah. Nobody liked the prunes at school. I used to eat everybody's prunes. You see, I love tapioca pudding. Tapioca, rice, sago. Yeah, prune juice. Oh, yeah, you can't beat a little thing of prune juice every morning. Keeps you regular. Yeah, I used to eat everybody's. It's a wonder I wasn't fat when I was as skinny as a rat when I was at school. But it's a wonder I was, because I used to eat everybody's rice pudding, sago pudding, frog spawn, as they used to say. No, I still have my Chinese takeout. Every now and again, not very often. Yeah, not dead often, but frog spawn, yeah, I still love it. Even tapioca. I used to love tapioca. I think it's how you were brought up, isn't it? You know. Our puddings at home were always rice pudding, sago pudding. It's probably just a cheap way of getting a pudding, wasn't it? You know. Semolina, yeah, love it. You didn't think I was on it? Yeah, I'm still here, still here. See, I like blancmange hot, like custard. I'm not as keen on blancmange once it's set. My son was the same. He used to eat. We used to use blancmange like custard. He used to call it pink custard because he only liked it pink. But he didn't like it when it was set. Manchester tart. I still love Manchester tart. I was the only one who used to like most school dinners. The only ones I didn't like was smoked fish. We used to call it finny haddock. I didn't like smoked fish and I didn't like liver. But apart from that, I didn't mind school dinners. But liver, oh God, no, I hated liver. Still do. Yeah, I love school dinners, I really did. Everybody else has memories going, hey, school dinners, it's horrible and all that. Yeah, I loved them. I knew they used to get cooked on the premises at my school. They didn't get, shipped in containers like they do these days and warmed up. We were all lucky that it was all made on the premises. Nowadays, it's all made somewhere else, isn't it? Shipped in and warmed up. So it's bound to be horrible, isn't it? Used to, yeah, roly-poly. No, they never made Scotch eggs at our place. No, I think that's because I'm older. They didn't have Scotch eggs when I was younger. No, it was all mostly sort of staple stuff. Stews and hash and stuff. Oh, you've got the munchies now. We're talking about food, have you? Have you, Ben? We made you hungry. Yeah, I used to love standing in line, and they always had like stainless steel containers, didn't they? And they always had those like ice cream scoops. You always got your mash in a circle, didn't you? Oh, yours was a boarding school. Oh, mine was just an ordinary day school, but it was still cooked on the premises. Yeah. You're still lurking, Lou. We don't mind you lurking, yeah. Chris, you've eaten two. Sticky toffee pudding. Yeah, I know I don't. Things we don't eat now, Nathan. All these sticky toffee puddings and stuff. I will eat it now and again, but of course, I've got my call up to do my diabetic testing. It's going to be awful. I know it is. I'm going to get slapped. I do every time I get slapped because I don't behave. I do have these moments of doubt when I think I shouldn't be eating this. No, I'm not supposed to have anything like that at the moment, Nathan. Not because of my diet, but because of my diabetes. But I still have my chocolate bar on a Saturday. Wouldn't be a Saturday without my chocolate bar. I wish I could stick to my diabetic diet, but I can't. I've got to finish up on insulin, I know. Sticky toffee pudding, yeah, I think it is a bit treacle. A bit like treacle. But it's toffee, not treacle. Like toffee that you would get around a toffee apple. It's like that kind of toffee. Treacle is a darker sort of stiffer kind of, well, it's treacle, isn't it? Toffee's more fluid. Yeah, more like a caramel, yeah. It should be called like a caramel pudding, shouldn't it, really? Everybody's going to be rushing off for a snack now, aren't they? Whereas Nathan and I are not supposed to have them. Yeah, probably it is a bit like golden syrup, but it's more like a caramel, really, than a syrup. Yeah. Imagine if you melted caramel and poured it over a pudding. That's what you would get with sticky toffee pudding. Oh yeah, treacle tart. Yeah, I don't like treacle tart. That's one thing I don't really like. It's too sticky, too sweet, too sickly for me. I used to like chocolate sponge with the mint custard. Yeah, treacle tart's too sickly to me. It's too sweet and sicky. I know, but you don't want it going back again, Nathan, so behave. I'm glad you've reversed yours. I can't reverse mine because I'm stubborn. At my time of life, I don't like depriving myself of anything I want to eat. I just couldn't stick to the diet at all. I just can't. I keep thinking, bloody hell, how long am I going to live? You know, do I want to spend an extra couple of years just because I've deprived myself of everything that I like eating? If I was your age, I can understand it, Nathan. You've got all your life in front of you. But I'm at the opposite end of life, aren't I? I'm at the, oh my God, I've woken up again this morning. It's kind of surprise life, yeah. You know, when you get to my age, every day's a blessing. Oh, I hope they let you put it on your wall. I don't put any pictures of my great-grandchildren on the wall. They're not my kids, you see, so I don't think they would like it if I did. My wall only got pictures of the dogs. Yeah, if I was your age, Nathan, I probably would behave better. But at your age, of course, I wasn't diabetic, so. But the amount of sugar I eat during the day, in food, I mean, I don't mean actual sugar, far exceeds what I'm supposed to have. Why, where are you going, Miguel? Miguel's taking us with him, wherever he's going. I'm not sure where he's going, but I don't know where I'm going, but when I get there, I'll be glad. I'm following in Father's footsteps, yes. I'm following me dear old dad. Neuritis, yeah. I've heard of it, my dear, yeah. I've got neuropathy, which is dead feet, dead fingers, and dead nose, I think, yeah. I'm a great fan of music hall songs. I think I was born, I think I'm regenerated. I think I was born in a different era because I know all the songs and I know all the words. So I'm sure that I was a music hall star in my former life. Hello, Melly. Either that, I think it was my auntie actually that used to sing it all to me when I was little. They have him tied. They have who tied? I don't know who Miguel's got tied up, but oh, you know, the backs take forever, don't they, when you're doing anything? When you get to the fronts, I'm going to make another of these cardies, though. I like this cardie. It fits nice. I need shorter sleeves, though, next time. But I like how it fits and it feels so nice and soft. So I'm going to knit myself another one. Yeah, I'm not fond of... No, it's not. It's dead easy, this pattern. It's dead easy. Making homemade rolls. Ooh. I would love to... I love fresh bread. If I have a bread maker or anything like that, I would just eat loads and loads and loads of bread. So I'd probably be absolutely enormous because I'd eat bread with butter. Bye, Chris. I just love, like, the tiger bread and the... Oh, I know it's awful, isn't it? I have to try not to... They buy sliced bread here, which I'm glad about, really, because I don't really like it. I used to buy the kind of bread you cut, with a knife, the bakery bread. I love things like, the ciabatta, which is bad because it's made with olive oil and everything. I like all that kind of bread. I don't like all that stuff with bits in. My dad used to call it the sweepings up. I don't like that. Oh, you haven't had any butter? Oh, God, that would kill me, Nathan. I love my butter. Now, if there was margarine in the fridge, I wouldn't thank you. That taste is revolting to me, margarine. And I don't care if they say, I can't believe it's not butter. I can, because it doesn't taste like butter. Yeah. Oh, I love bread and jam as well. I had bread and jam the other day, actually. Well, I've drunk my pink martini cocktail. I shall start on another one. See what this one tastes like. You like brown sauce on bread? Well, when I was younger, we didn't have much money. It used to be tomato sauce on bread for me. Right, this one is Smirnoff passion fruit cocktail. Ooh. The neighbours a few houses across from your road are doing what? What they're doing, Miguel? Oh, I can't eat that bread with bits in the sweepers up bread. Ugh. A malted bread. It's disgusting. They have a cow or a bull that's been close to the road, but it's tied to a tree. Oh, good. I wondered who'd been tied up, Miguel. Brown bread sets off my IBS, and it's supposed to be the other way round, but I'm contraindicative or whatever. Why are they tarty, these things? What the heck's in this? They've all got fruit in them. What's this got in it? doesn't tell me what it's got in. Passion fruit martini, whatever that might be. I do not need any extra fibre, believe you me, Nathan. Extra fibre is something I don't need at all. Yeah, I've tried different bread, but malted bread, oh God, that upsets my stomach, something cruel. And supermarket sandwiches, always put them on malted bread. I have to search through, and all I usually find is cheese that's on white bread. I can eat wholemeal bread at a pinch, but I cannot eat malted bread. Oh, don't be doing that, Miguel. Don't be giving it a kiss. It might nut you one. Might give you what they call a Salford kiss, or is it a Liverpool kiss, where they break your nose. Is that what I'm eating? What I'm drinking? It's not got much alcohol in it though. I can't read the little writing. I used to have a lovely recipe for banana bread. It was made with, I think it was made with sour cream. And it tasted gorgeous. But I don't bake anymore now, because I'm not supposed to eat anything sweet. And if I baked anything, I'd eat it all, so I don't bake. No, I've never had pumpkin bread. I don't like pumpkins. I don't like pumpkin spice, lattes like that. I don't like pumpkin anything. I just don't like pumpkins. We had pumpkin soup one day that Trish had made. It wasn't nice. I hated to tell her, but it wasn't nice. Oh, well, drinking these cans, at least I should sleep tonight. And I don't like all these fancy things they do at Starbucks and Costa. You know, the seasonal kind of gingerbread, whatever it is, coffee or latte or something. Pumpkin lattes and that. They're all, ugh. I don't like eating seeds. My daughter-in-law made some fish the other week, and I had to scrape it off. I said to my son, what was all that bird seed all over the top of it? That was all like toasted sesame seeds and stuff. I had to scrape it off my fish. I said, don't give me no more fish with bird seed on it. I remember once eating bird seed because I was curious when I was a tiny child. I saw the bird eating it with a budgie. Oh, I love fruit cakes, but I don't like seed cake. Or I don't like bread with them black seeds on top. What's all that about? Like poppy seed stuff all over the top. What's all that about? Oh, I don't like nuts at all. Any kind of nuts, I can't eat them. I'm not allergic to them, but I just don't eat them. Yeah, there's not much alcohol in it, Chris. I don't think I'm going to get drunk tonight. They get stuck in your teeth, don't they, poppy seeds? You smile and you got a like dot stuck in your teeth. There used to be a brilliant Jewish shop where I lived, closed down, and they used to sell bagels with sesame seeds on them, poppy seeds on them, and stuff. No, the bagels were gorgeous. The absolute. I've never tasted bagels as nice. They were really, really gorgeous. All righty-o, Kaz. Nice to see you. We'll see you again next week, hopefully. Yeah, that's how much I've done tonight. I did finish my blue cardigan off. I don't know whether you saw my photograph. I haven't got it with me. It's in the other room. It hasn't been blocked out yet, but it's all finished. Oh, good. That's nice, Lulu. I like my thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Kaz. You have a nice week as well. Yeah, I'm making it to go with this dress. It's got a bit of yellow. It's actually a bit more goldy in the dress, but it will do. It's an old pattern, but I think you can still get it on Etsy. I'm sure I've still seen it on Etsy. Oh, it'll make your grass grow even more, Kaz. Good night, Kaz. My hand's getting tired doing this crocheting now. Hotter than Madrid. Yeah, so this is a very old pattern. Very, very old pattern. I'm going to make another one, though, because I like it. I do like my vintage patterns. I really do. Well, they're much easier to knit and crochet with than all these fancy things. Oh, dear. No, I'm getting tired now. The son's still snoring. I can hear him. I don't know why Trish doesn't wake him up. Make him put his mask on. Going to PetSmart. Do they sell smart pets as opposed to dumb ones? Oh, don't worry about it, Miguel. I'm sure you'll meet one day somebody who's got a scanner. Oh, now I'm yawning now. Somebody said to me the other day, if you yawn and the person in front of you doesn't yawn back, they're a psychopath. Must have met a lot of psychopaths in my life. Oh, he's woken up now. He stopped snoring. Oh, I'm getting that. Oh, it's twinging in my head. Hope it goes away. Oh, you're off to church, Deirdre. Bye-bye, Deirdre. Thanks for your company. Bye. That means you're not a psychopath, Lulu. I'm sure that's some consolation to you. No, somebody said it to me the other day, and I never heard of that. I thought, eh? Well, I'm going to finish at the end of this row because my hand's hurting now. My hand hurts without my wrist strap. Yeah, my wrist strap's got Velcro on it, so when I try to crochet, the Velcro gets stuck on whatever I'm working on. Oh gosh, yeah, the little one snores. The French bulldog, she snores. Rosie doesn't snore. She's a lady. She's a dainty little soul. She doesn't snore. But the little one. Oh, getting to the end of my row now. Then I'm leaving it for the day. When I started this, I thought, oh, it's not growing very fast. It took me ages to do the ribbon. But it's growing now. Now I've got into the pattern. Oh my God. I think I'll be nodding off soon. I do this, I'm really, really tired on here, and I say, right, people, I'm going to bed. And then I get into bed and my eyes are wide open and my brain says, fooled you, you're not tired, fooled you. Right, I've done that much, so I'm going to, I don't know how long it's got to be because I only want it short. I don't want a long card. Your husband's dozing off. You took your night meds. My goodness, you're early to bed, you two, aren't you? Right, I'm going to put that up there because I ain't doing any more tonight. I've had enough for tonight. Got all my chocolate and crisp papers here. Oh, put them in my bin. Oh dear. You're not going to bed. You've got a husband that I nod off at them. Watching TV. So I think, right, you're so tired. Go to bed. I go to bed and then I lie there wide awake like that. I have nights where I cannot sleep at all. And then I have nights like the other day where I didn't wake up till 11:30 because the alarm didn't go off. So I must have had at least 10 hours sleep. And yet other nights, for some reason or other, I cannot get to sleep. Or if I go to sleep, I wake up about 3 o'clock in the morning because I need the loo. So I get out of bed and go to the loo, and then I come back and then I'm wide awake. And then the alarm goes off and I fall asleep. It's like the alarm must tell me, right, it's time to go to sleep. I sleep my best sleep after the alarm goes off and when I get up, yeah. I go to sleep a lot better with, if I have, doesn't matter if it's not cold, I like my, those wheat pack things that you put in the microwave and heat up. If I put that in the small of my back, even though I'm not cold, I can fall asleep. It's funny, isn't it? That makes me fall asleep. It's like a kind of a comfort thing. It's almost like a teddy for my spine. Yeah, I wouldn't do with electric blanket because that'd be hot all over. I don't want to be hot all over. I just want the small of my back to be warm. And then I fall asleep. And if I can't sleep and I'm wide awake, I get up and put my little pack back in the microwave for a bit and then bring it back in the bedroom and fall asleep. I'm the 3 o'clock in the morning microwaver. A weighted blanket. No, actually I have my duvet, and if I have my duvet on, I can't sleep. But if I put my quilted, it's only very thin, quilted, whatever you call it, top cover thing. If I put that on top of my duvet, I'll fall asleep. I must need the extra weight because I only have quite a thin duvet. I use the summer duvet all year round. I have a winter duvet, but I've never put it on yet. Well, I say I never put it on. I put it on temporarily when I've taken the summer duvet to be washed. But then I can't sleep with the winter duvet on because it's too heavy, too big, too thick. Yeah. I mean, when I was at home, well, my other home, I used to always have the window open. But I can't here because I'm downstairs and I'm in a room that's in between 2 rooms. I love sleeping with a dog. When I used to sleep with my Buster, I never had any trouble going to sleep. He was a great big heavy dog, and he used to lie at the side of me and snore. And it was just like having the nicest part of a man next to you, you know, just the weight of them. And I used to sleep with Gigi as well. When Gigi used to stay, Gigi used to get in bed and curl up and go to sleep with me. There's something about having an animal that calms you down, sort of. I know people say, "Oh, you shouldn't sleep with a dog." Ooh. I used to sleep with the cat. The cat used to sleep with me as well. I don't know why, it's just a comfort thing. But these don't sleep with me, obviously, because they go to bed with... But when I've got them when they're on holiday, I don't know whether they'll sleep with me or they won't. It's very comforting having an animal. I used to love sleeping with Gigi. He used to snuggle right up. He always used to be right here. But Buster used to wake up and he used to have his face, he'd be blowing and snoring in my ear. And it was very comforting. Yeah. But it's funny, after he passed away, I could feel the weight of him climb on the bed. It was almost like I won't say a ghost, but I could feel him in my mind. I could feel him climb on the bed. And I used to put my hand out. It was weird sensation. It was really, literally like somebody climbed on the bed with me. And yet you know there's nothing there. It's just a sensation. Whereas since I moved here, I don't get that. He would shave one leg. It depends what woman he's with, doesn't it? Mind you, since I've got older, I don't need to shave my legs half as much. I used to be like a monkey at one time when I was younger. It used to drive me potty. I used to be forever shaving my legs. But now, since I've got older, there's just one patch on each leg that grows now. Are you off, Esther? Good night. We'll see you all next week, hopefully. Yeah, it's funny how the hair stops growing under your arms and on your legs, and then it grows on your chin when you get to a certain age, yeah. You have to have a chin inspection, and a moustache inspection when you get older, and yet nothing grows under your arms anymore. I never have to bother about raising my arm up. Also, I've stopped sweating. I don't sweat anymore under my arms at all. It's a whatever from growing older, I don't know. Strange things that happen to you. Well, we've got no Shad tonight. He's either still grieving for his dog Nibbler, or he's gone fishing, camping, whatever he's done. I miss him saying, "What's your necklace like tonight?" It's really nice as well. It's fabric. I don't know whether you can see it or not. These little balls are fabric. It's really pretty. I haven't bought any new ones for a while, actually. Every now and again, I like to get rid of a few and buy some new ones, because I get a bit bored with some of them. The ones I've not worn for a long, long time, I get rid of those. I either give them to my friend or give them to the charity shop. And And I like to buy another bundle, see what's in them. Sometimes the bundles are disappointing, and there's only 2 or 3 that I really like. But other times, you know, you buy a bundle and they're all nice. Last bundle I bought, there was about 5 or 6 I liked, and the rest I didn't. But still, I mean, when you consider what you pay for a bundle of them, you still work out at less than about £2 each. And yet, if you go into the shops to buy things, nothing under £10, and you know, I mean, the ones in the charity shop, they're £2 and £3 each, and they're not nice ones. You know, I like striking ones, really big, bold ones. Yeah. But some of them, honestly, gosh, some of them are like £20, £30. My head is still twinging. It's throbbing now. It's going boom, 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 boom. My brain's trying to climb out my skull. Oof. I'm sure it's like a neuralgia pain. Well, I'm going to be going to Betty Bo's in a minute. It's almost midnight. Time for me to try and get some sleep. I keep thinking, what's that noise? But I've got a candle burning and it's flickering and making a noise. It's funny, when it's burning in here, I can't smell it. And yet when I walk in tomorrow morning, it'll be really strong. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I'm like Cinderella, yeah. Except I haven't got the golden slippers or whatever it is. No, I won't forget to put my candle out. I'll blow it out, yeah. It's not a very scented one. Sometimes they're really strong, aren't they? But this one isn't. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but it's not very strong. Yeah, glass slipper, yeah. Yeah. Have a good week. Yeah, I'm going having my eyes scanned on Tuesday. But I won't get the results for over another week, so I won't be able to tell you anything after I've had it done. Because they don't tell you anything, they just go, don't they? They don't tell you a thing. It's not instantaneous, like we will give you a result. Or the doctor's got to see the results and then he'll tell you what it is. So my appointment to go back is not till the 21st, so hopefully they'll find out what's wrong with my eyes, why they're fuzzy, why I keep getting fuzzy patches, and why they keep crying. Can you see how wet they are? I look like I'm really upset, don't I, all the time? And yet they keep telling me I've got dry eyes. How can you have dry eyes when they look like that and they cry all the time? I mean, I look as though I'm about to burst into tears at any minute, don't I? Look at how wet they are. How can they be dry eyes? I've got the wrong kind of tears. Oh, thank you, Lulu. Yeah, no, it's a bit worrying, isn't it, having pains in your head? I'm sure it's nothing serious, Chris. Just neuralgia or something. I'm not one of these kind of people who thinks, oh my God, I've got a brain tumour. You know, I just tend to think, oh, it'll go. I'm a bit silly, really. I just won't. I mean, I've been suffering with my stomach, as you know, for about 12 months now. And apart from having a colonoscopy, which found nothing, I won't go back again now. Yeah, I still, yeah. Yeah, look at that. Look as though I'm going to cry, don't I? And they'll overflow and spill down my cheeks any minute now and come like that. And people keep saying, are you all right? Are you okay? I have eye drops. I put eye drops in. But they're still watering all the time. I'm sure this isn't normal. But my problem is it feels like there's something in my eyes all the time. I feel like I've got a grain of sand or something in my eyes. And I'm blinking all the time. And that makes it worse because it's sore when I blink. And especially when I get in bed and I lie down, they're even more painful. And I'm like, don't rub your eye, don't rub your eye. But look at that. Just look as though I'm going to cry, don't I? I'm not. Not upset at all. And yet it's going to flow over. That little one's got a tear in it. Oh dear. Anyway, I am going to go now because it's 1 minute to midnight. And I'm like, Cinderella, I need to go before my glass coach turns into a pumpkin and my white horses turn into mice. Yeah. Nighty night, everybody. I am going. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, thank you, Chris. Good night, everybody. I am going to Bobby's. Night, night.